Okay, this is a diagram I made for the specific video.
You got a gas now, so you can rotate.
So I know things aren't perfectly aligned up in this, but in that situation, I think the play would have been to either not shoot at this guy, which, I mean, you peeked and he's seen you, you've seen him. You can't really help that. I was looking at the mini-map at the time. The ping to recommend going around over here using the gas, like going into the gas, and it's hard to, this is not the most perfect picture, like I said, but what I'm saying is that was an option, or you just let this zone pull and you just let your gas mask tick and you kind of like move maybe from here to here once this guy's moved from here to like back this way, and then you let these guys fight, because these guys are on a team and they're going to be looking for people. And these people down here, like the reason why you can assume that people are down here is because there's time ticking and there's absolutely nothing through here. And you probably know when there's buildings, someone's going to be in or around buildings or any piece of cover. So with that knowledge, you know someone's probably around this house, and I already called out that there was someone shooting behind the tower. So we knew there was somewhere at least we knew someone was at the tower. And when you peeked at the house and you seen this dude, you needed to laser him. And my advice on that, let's see when you shoot at him. I can find the specific spot. Okay, it was right here when you shot at him, because I moved the ping.
You got a gas now, so you can rotate.
Right here. You can pretty much assume that he's not going to run to your right, that he's going to run inside this little fences area. There's a little door right here. I tried to draw right here. There's a little door right there. And I think you can even vault over that, but if he vaults over it, I mean, you can still shoot him as he vaults. But right here, you kind of want to, like, in your head think, okay, he's probably not going to go right, and you kind of want to start just tilting your stick to the left a little bit, because you already know he's not going to, if he's any decent of a play, he's not going to stand still while shooting you. He's going to strafe one way or the other or run when you start shooting him and he's in a bad spot. So when you start shooting him, he immediately starts running and just runs into that fence. He tries to go inside that door. Now, I don't think he actually made it inside. I think he panicked, because I don't know where that door is necessarily. Doesn't look like he made it in. Okay, at that point, I think he made it in. Yeah, he finally made it in, but there was like 0.5 seconds you could have still been shooting him. And if you get that knock, then you can play off it and maybe move up. But you got to assume all of this area back here, unless his teammate is behind this fence, which is kind of very weird, like limiting himself. He probably sucks if he's sitting behind this fence. That you can assume that he's either the guy behind this tower over here, right here. You can assume his teammate's that guy, which he is. And since there's a whole nother team somewhere that's not fighting, so the only place they could be is down here, in this trench, in this road down here. The only place they can be. So with that knowledge, you really didn't want to engage on these people at all. You didn't want to peek them. You want this zone to shift over and you just tick in the gas. That's probably the best play. But since you engaged on these people, you really want to make sure you get this knock on this guy and then play off it. Since that's what you done, you shot at this guy. And even if you ran in here, you can wallbang this fence and it's very predictable where he's going to go. And like, it's not like he can run in that house. That door's in the gas. So you can pretty much wallbang through this. And his teammate can't do shit unless he pushes to you. And if he pushes to you, you can probably hear him. And it puts him in a bad spot too. So would take that with a grain of salt. On the diagram, or not on the diagram, but on the mini-map, it doesn't show. But after you shot that first dude, say you did get the knock on this guy, you'd still want to be very careful, like rotating to the left over here, because that gas is going to, shift that way, and it's going to be, safer once you actually go behind the house and get in the next zone. But the problem is when you shot at this dude's going to be calling out that you're right here, probably pinging you, and then his teammate is, somewhere. And like I said, we make a pretty good assumption that his teammate is this guy behind the tower. So as you shoot this dude and he runs for cover, this guy is going to be looking for you. Either he's going to come around this side of the tower and look at you, or if he don't see you there, he might even go back around and look at you this way, think you may be going this way or going down here. Now, you could have went down here. That's what I thought at first. Maybe you could have went down here. And if you did, it puts you at a disadvantage. It puts you have to kill both these guys, and then puts you at a disadvantage against these two guys. Then the next zone, which is pulling way up here, would also hurt you, because you can't really climb. I mean, I don't know exactly where the climbing spots are up in here. So that's also kind of a bad. That's why I wanted you to go left. That was your best option, was to go left. If this guy didn't see you, because if you look back here, if you look back here, it's kind of cloudy, and a lot of times people are panicking in these end games, and they won't be looking right here in this gas. So say you're him looking this way, and you go into this gas back here just to make a wide rotation up here. Maybe by that time, these guys are fighting each other. Maybe by that time, these guys are like, where are they at? And they look down, maybe they're down here, and then they start shooting them, and then you're right here, and then they turn around and you shoot them. That's like when you're outnumbered in these end games, especially, you got to play it extremely smart and tactical. That's why I'm breaking it down. One, I enjoy it, but it's really cool. But there was a box and a tree right here. So getting back to my point, say you knock this dude. I know it's not lined up properly, but say you knock this dude and you want to strafe, and then potentially shoot this dude. That's right here, right over here. If he's looking at you, or you could straight up bolt to this box in the tree. You would be in the gas a little bit. Let me see if I can find the exact spot where you look at that box and tree. Right here. There's a tree and a box right there. If you can get behind it, even if he shoots you from here to there, you can replay and then make another run to that house. Right over here. Or, well, maybe not the house, but from then maybe re-challenge. Now that would put you at a disadvantage because you have the gas mask on in the gas, trying to shoot at someone not in the gas. But that's the spot you put yourself in when you engage in the first dude by peeking. And I don't blame you for peeking, because I probably would have done the exact same thing. But when you put yourself in that spot, you literally have to hit every shot. That's literally the only thing you can do, is hit every shot possible. And like, your centering has to be good. Your like trigger control, I don't know what it's called. When you stop shooting, stuff like that. Everything has to be just perfect.